What is going on, everyone? We're back with my Eliminator battery booster pack with air compressor. This is a unit that I did a video on previously, and a few people had some questions. So today I'm going to be having a look at this. We're going to open it up and we're going to find out what battery is inside here, because they really wanted to know what battery they need to replace it. So this one, it does look like I have to replace the battery in it. Now, as you can see, this orange cord here, that is my extension cord. And with my extension cord, if I plug it in, I have a new issue. So you're going to see this. And you can see here, the lights are just fribbing out, and there's no reason for it. So to me, I think that could be an issue with my battery, but I'm going to diagnose it further. Now, if I was to put the USB on and use, you know, one of these guys, it's going to flash on and off on here. So something is not happening the way it should. That being said, let's open it up and have a look. I'm going to quickly take it apart here and we'll have a look. So on this, we're going to have to remove the cover for this guy, and then we're going to have to remove basically all the screws around the outside. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to lay all of the screws out on my bench beside me here, and I'm going to need 2 screwdrivers. I'm going to need 2 different sized Phillips screwdrivers here. And basically all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take everything apart because I need to get access to these screws that are down in the hole here. You can't really see too much there. Let me see if I can get in closer. Okay, so right in here. So to be able to get a screwdriver into there is going to be pretty tight. But it is doable, but I don't want to. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to go for no, I got to remove all these screws, if I remember correctly. It's been a while, but I'm just going to get it taken apart. So we're just about ready to open this up. So basically all I did was I removed the 2 screws here, and then these screws here, all the way up to this last one up here. I've left the ones on the handle intact. We shouldn't need to remove those, and then we should be able to have a look inside here, and just make sure all of the screws are threaded off, and then we should be able to open this up. It's pretty heavy. It's going to slide up over the cables here. Probably be easier if I did it standing up, but I don't want any of those screws to fall out. So we should be able to just go like this and fold it open enough. What we have here for a battery, it looks like a 12 volt 18 amp hour battery that's connecting in here. So this is an 18 amp hour battery. Oh no, 21 amp hour. So basically an 18, a 20. If you can get a 21, then you're going to replace it with what is in there. I don't have an 18 today, so that is good to know. But it looks like we're going to take this out and we're going to test it with an awesome battery tester. So I'm going to just remove the screws from the terminals here, and we're going to have a look. So basically all I'm doing is removing the screw, keeping all the wire terminal connections there all on the screw there once I remove it. And I'm just going to slide it up and screw it back together here, so that way I don't lose any of those connections and it goes back on the way that it came off. So I'm going to just do that, put that to the side for a moment, come over to the other side here. We're going to remove this battery, test it. I'm going to see if I can charge it, trickle charge it, and see if we can bring some life back into it. If not, we will replace it, and we will have to buy an 18 amp hour battery to do so. I was hoping it was a smaller battery in here, but you know, that's okay. All right. So we're just gonna pop this guy up. I think it's just the ground wire on this one, which is okay. So now, oh, come on. Oh, I just lost a bunch of screws. And then some more. But good thing we know where they all go. There we go. And then once again, I'm just pulling it up out of the way here, and I'm just gonna thread the screw back on. Obviously, negative is going to be on this left side here, and this is going to be our positive terminal, and we're just going to pop that guy out. And yeah, that's an 18 amp hour size battery, so 18, 20, 21, depending on what your battery supplier has. That's going to be the adequate replacement for that. Anything bigger, you're probably not going to be able to fit in there. So yeah, an 18 amp hour minimum required for this. And that's the thing, you might say 18 on it, but you know, I find a lot of battery companies are not, it's usually within that range, okay? I'm just going to say that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get that out of the way for right at the moment here. So at work, I know I do have a few semi-okay batteries. So I might just collect all these screws up here and put them to the side. So what I'll do is I'll probably take this one down to work, and then I will basically, you know what, I know where all these screws go. They're all, it's either one size or another. So I'm just going to grab these screws. So for now, I love these 3D printed trays here. So I've got that there. Screws are there. Should be the right amount. I'm going to keep the rest just kind of where it is. Let me go grab my battery tester. We will test this, see what it says, and then we will go ahead and we will try to bring it back to life. So we've got our battery tester here. This is an amazing tester here. This is the DuraTool battery tester. It's great for these batteries as well as lithium battery packs. I doubt we're going to get any voltage on here, but if we do, I will be shocked and amazed. And then that will let me know that there's something else. Yeah, we're completely dead on here. I'm not lighting up at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on to trickle charge. I've got this Eliminator 12 volt, 4 amp, 1 amp charger. We're going to try boosting it with that. What I might have to do is connect another battery to this one to bring that voltage up, because a lot of the times with batteries you get if these chargers won't work if a battery voltage is below a certain voltage. It won't turn on. So we need to actually get it so that it will. So we're gonna do something with that if we have to. So I'm just gonna put these on. Now I usually like to have the screws left on these guys. So I'm just going to plug it in and we'll see what happens here. And we'll go from there. We'll let this charge for a while and then we'll test some voltage afterwards here. So I'm just going to unplug that extension cord. We're going to plug this guy in and I'm just going to put it on 1 amp charge. And I've got a warning right now. So I don't think we're going to get a charge out of this. But we'll put it on for a bit here. I'll see if it works. If not, I'm going to have to take another battery, even something like this 12 volt 7 amp hour battery, and just connect it to the terminals on here just to get that voltage to boost up. So that might be the option here. I'm not too sure, but I'm going to let this run for just a little bit and see if the meter goes up any after an hour or so. Only reason why I got this Eliminator one was the low voltage that it would turn on at. A lot of the bigger ones, if it's below a certain voltage, doesn't matter what you plug in there, you can't charge it. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, so I've got my multimeter right here. I'm just gonna turn that on here, and I want to see if any voltage is actually going to it. It might be, like I said, it might be going, yeah, we got nothing on the battery here. So obviously this battery is not going to charge. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook up another battery to this system here, and I'm going to see if I can have some alligator clipped stuff here, and we'll connect that up, and we'll see if we can get that to kind of trickle charge it a bit, and we'll go from there. It's a little bit janky. I'm okay with that. Oh, actually, you know what? I have some something that will work a little bit better here. I think. We'll find out shortly here. Alright, let's try. Let's remove this one. This one actually belongs to an old multimeter. That was my grandfather's. So we're going to go positive to positive and negative to negative here, and then we're just going to take our connections and put them inside our clips here, and we'll see if we get a voltage. There we go. We've got one error. Okay, let's have a closer look here now so you can see what's going on. So basically I have jumped, here we go. Let's get this out of the way a little bit. A little bright there. So right now I have it set on 1 amp to charge. It's hard to see here, but you'll see this guy is flashing here. And this is because it's trying to charge that battery, but this battery is putting voltage over here. So this should stay like that for quite a while. And what we'll do is we will let this go for a while just to see if we can bring the voltage up on here. And then if we can, we'll just let it charge completely off of here until it's fully charged. And then we will run a test on it and see the condition of the battery. Now, I know this is a good battery. I've tested this one. Absolutely great. So this should work. Maybe. We'll see what happens. So we're going to let this go. I'll come back in a while and we'll have a look. And we'll see if we need to completely replace this battery or not. Okay, so carrying on here, I do now have my multimeter on. So as you can see, the voltage is actually dropping here. So I'm hoping something's actually getting to there. It is showing that it is charging. We'll see what happens. This was up to, yeah, see, it does a little boost here, and then it'll drop down. There we go. So we're sitting at 13.6 volts. And this is to kind of get that charge going. So this should go through another cycle. It'll like retest the voltage, and then it should kick back in again. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that, and I'll show you in a moment here. I won't touch anything, and we'll just wait for it to put this voltage back down. But that being said, either that or we're actually getting nothing going on this battery. So if I was to disconnect it, so if I go like this, pull that guy off, so now you can see that our voltage, now we've got voltage though now, but it's dropping rapidly there. It's not maintaining. So that's what I mean. It's dropping way below the voltage that it should. So when it gets down to a certain voltage, it'll cut the system out. So we just want to keep trying and see what we can do. So hopefully that'll calm down, and I'll leave it on. So I plug it back in. Now we're back up to 12.92, and eventually it'll... So this might be the method. I might just have to disconnect, reconnect this just to see where that voltage is, and just keep monitoring that way. Alright, it is now the next day. What we have here is the old original battery here with those tab terminals. Now at work I had some of these laying around, but they were all toast. So I could only find one decent one, which is this guy here. So this is a 12 volt 22 amp hour battery. Now it is just a slightly little bit bigger than the original 21 amp hour battery. Like I said, this is going to be a standard 18 to 21, but now looking at this one, 22 amp hour battery, I'm hoping this one will fit absolutely fine. I do not like the recessed terminals, but you know, we're going to have to deal with it. Because, you know, I just want to get my booster pack to work. So we're going to replace it with this guy here. And what I'll do is I will grab my tester here and I'll show you what a good battery looks like. Okay, so we've got our battery tester here. So if you want, head over to newark.com and you can pick up one of these Duratool battery testers. Good for SLA and lithium batteries. Great little units. So what I'm going to do is just pull this guy out, and I'll show you how we'll test this here. We are just going to get positive on here, negative on here, and we should actually have our voltmeter, well, our battery tester here. Let me see if I can get this a little clearer. There we go, that's a little bit better. And all I'm going to do is go down, and you got lots of different options here. But we're just going to go battery test. We're going to go to scooter. We're going to go to AGM spiral. And we're going to use GB. And some people might ask, why are we using GB? Because that's what we're using. Now it wants to know our amp hour. So what we're going to do is set that to 22. And we'll go ahead, hit enter. It's going to be testing it. And it looks like it's good. So as you can see, health 100%, charge 100%, internal resistance is 8.85 mega ohms, rated at 22 amp hour, and it is a good battery. This thing is awesome. I love being able to see all the stats on it, because 6 months from now I can pull this out, test this battery, check the health of it, see how it's doing, and make sure that this battery is going to last me a long time to come. So with that being said, let's get the shell back out and see if this thing will fit in there. Okay, so we've got this all set up here. I just noticed one thing though that I thought was actually quite funny. If you look down here, there is an AC adapter. So they've directly run that AC adapter instead of any other extra circuitry, it was probably cheaper to buy them completely assembled than it was to build their own. So on here, we've got our positive here, because we want to make sure we got that fuse coming off there. So this is going to be our ground one here. As you can see, they are both black, but you just have to kind of follow where they go. So if we look here, this cable here is coming through here, coming out here, and it's coming down to there. So positive on the right, negative on the left. Hopefully the screws in this terminal will fit. I'm just going to do a test here and just verify that it will, because if it does, then we don't have to worry about changing any ends. That's the only thing I can see being an issue, but let's pop it off and see what happens here. So as long as this screw will go through here, fine, fine, and no, not fine. So this last one is a little bit too, well, a little bit too not right. Anyways, what we'll do is I will just grind that out just a little bit, open it up a little bit. I guess I could just drill it out too, but I don't want to get anything on the inside here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to remove this cable from here. Yeah, anyways, I'll drill these two out and we'll come back and I will get the battery ready for mounting. Alright, so I decided I would just put a cloth around it, and I'm using my Works multi-tool here. Absolutely love this thing. Alright, let's try that. Alright, let's see. Ta-da! Perfect. Fits. And yes, always wear your safety glasses. I have a feeling we could hear a lot more of the fan than I wanted to. Alright, so this is done. I'm just going to slide this up and out. I don't know what that was. Oh. It was the screw for the terminal. I'm just going to plop that back up there for a moment. Alright, so now we got that. I'm just going to give it a quick little blowing out. I do see a lot of little metal shaving bits. Honestly, I'm loving these Radley tools. I probably would have used the drill, but I honestly don't know where I put my drill. I know where my impact is, but that's not going to help me drill a hole. So, ended up finding these diamond bits that for the multi-tool. These definitely work the best on rounding those out. I guess the other ones we're just going to use more for sharpening, I guess. Yeah, because I don't really use them because I don't. But anyways, they're there if I need them. I have a massive supply of these guys here, so I'm not too worried if anything happens to them. Alright, so let's just go ahead. We're going to get these screws removed. We're going to put positive on this side. We just got to make sure that our terminals are going to connect and seat properly. Due to the angle of these tabs here, we might have to bend them. I'm not sure yet. But I do know that this battery is good, like I showed you. So we're going to go from there. Alright. See if we can't get it to work properly. So I'm just going to slide this one in here. And make sure I have all my ground cables here. Let me see if I got them. Nope. I managed to put them where I didn't want them. Alright, there we go. Alright. Ground cables, get up there. Power cables, get up there. So I'm not sure if this way is going to be the best way to mount it, or if the reverse way, depending on how much of a pain it is. We might be rotating this around in a moment. Alright, so we're going to slide that guy in there. 1, 2, and 3 for the ground. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to bend these tabs a bit here, hopefully not snapping them. I'm just going to get my needle nose pliers here, get a little leverage on there, and come on you. Well, even if I can bend them down a little bit, pretty sure we can just rotate that. Put this like this. I need a screw. So basically all I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this guy, twist it so this tab is on this end here, and I'm just going to slide the screw on in. Well, it did go. Alright, there we go. And then I'm going to put my other 2 little ground screws here, and then I'm just going to screw it in, hopefully here. Hopefully we got room. Questionable. It's going to be tight. That's okay. Alright. We got her threaded on, and we'll do the other side here. And always make sure that you have your no buttons are tripped on the other side there. You don't want things going on that shouldn't be on when you're putting this back together. So okay, we got that side. Oh, I got a piece of metal shaving in my thumb. I wonder if I could use one of those earth magnets to get that out of my finger. Oh, that pulled it out. Alright, anyways. That is nothing uncommon. Alright, so we're going to take this guy. Oh, that's just too much of a bend. I want to bend this a little bit here. Ugh, something like that. Oh, I almost busted that up. Big time. Alright, let's see if we can't fix that. Ugh. Judge me in the comments. I'm okay with it. After 12 years of being on YouTube, I've heard a few things about me. It's okay. I don't mind. Keep it up. Alright. They don't bug me now, and they didn't bug me then, so. Okay. I don't have this completely flush down on the ground yet, just because I want to be able to. Oh, this is a bit tough here. I don't want to kink that cable too much. Okay, let's try to find a way that this is going to be happy here. Well, it's your wedding day. Come on, get in there. Alright, so I think I'm going to put this guy on the bottom this time, on this side. See if I can't lock those guys there. And then put the bigger one on the bottom. Mind you, it is bent right at the moment, but that should suck down and into place once I get this on. And I'm not sure what just happened. I heard a click or something. Alright, anyways, we're just going to go with that. And then I'm just going to get... Usually I have 101 wrenches and stuff right ready, but... Alright, let's screw this guy down. Can we put this way? Yeah, we can. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Oh. Good old metal sandwich. Okay, get this ground one over here taken care of somehow. There we go. Now I should be able to get in there a little better. Okay. Let's put her back together. Get that ball there. I'm just going to wrap this around here. And we're just going to slide this. Perfect. Perfect fit. Okay, so now all we're going to do is get this back together and we'll clean up, and then we will get to the testing. One screw. I wonder if we got, oh yeah, we got a screw in here. These ones are blocked by this shroud here, so that's good. I'm just gonna get these guys in, get this so it'll stay together. Get a couple of the big ones up front here done. And yeah, what else we got here? I'm pretty sure I lost a few screws. Oh yeah, there's one right here. I think it's littler ones on the front. Anyways, let's get one in here. Oh, is there one in there? No. There we go. So I'm just tightening this side down first, just because of this light here. It's got to have a little bit of friction on it, so. Okay, done. Grab our screws from the bin here, and we'll finish up all the rest of them here. Seems to be spinning quite a bit in there yet, so that one might be off a little bit. That's okay. No, I'm missing a screw. Did I mess up there? Well, let me know in the comment section below there if you like this kind of content, if you'd like to see me doing more repairs of random things. You know, being electrical like this or whatever, household stuff, let me know. And if I haven't done it before, let's make it a first on here, and I'll film it, and then people can tell me everything I did wrong. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is just wrap this guy here, this guy here, he comes here, clips onto the back there. So now that should be good. So to wind these up here, oh sorry, the light's all over the place. Just gonna wind it around the bottom here, back up to the top, over here, and then we're just gonna clamp it on right here on the tab. There we go. And as far as the little compressor, wow, that's actually working. So I want to see the gauge go up there. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But that's working pretty darn good. Alright, let's have a look at the other end here. And let's see if we can use that USB meter there and see if that's all good. So I'm just going to tuck this away in here because we don't use that all the time. But it's nice to have a nice meter there when you need it. So right this second, get that guy there. I guess I could just take my little air gun. Done. I don't need it any cleaner than that. Alright, so next test. Well, we know that the actual air compressor is working. do the light test. There we go. We've got a little bit of light here, as you can see. Perfect. And as far as the jumper, I'm not going to turn that on right now, but USB is up here. That's looking good. Battery status, we got 2 out of 3 bars, and that's why we're going to put it on to charge. And it probably is just from that compressor running that it's dropped down. Plus, it's been sitting a while. That's pretty sensitive, though. Huh. Alright. So, I'm going to grab my fancy USB meter. Turn the USB on. Turn that on. And there we go. It's hard to see, but we got 5.1 volts. So we do have a working USB port. And now if I turn that off, it should shut off all power to it. Perfect. That's good. This is now complete, except for one more thing. I'm just going to quickly clean up, and then we'll try to charge it. Okay, so we've got everything cleaned up here. All my tools are put away. We're ready to test out the charging of this guy. So what I'm going to do is I've got my power cable, and it's plugged in over here on my bench, which sadly is not going to be mine soon. All I'm going to do is plug this guy in, and we've got the battery status here. So I do believe that means it's charging. I did have a tester. This is off. Okay. Okay. We're just going to leave this go. If you can't see it, let me just go like that. We got the red light here. I do believe that means it's charging. It's been so long since I've actually used this, but I didn't want to throw it away. So if you want to find a good cheap battery, go to your mobility scooter place. See if they have an okay good one that you can replace your pack with, and try to bring some life back into it. And they usually just charge you the core charge. Or just buy a brand new one, get it so you have warranty on it, and yeah, there you go. Then you can actually have a good pack for the next 5 years or so. And honestly, I think I've had this for quite a while now. It's still in pretty good shape. Not bad. It's been through a lot. Anyways, leave any comments in the comment section there. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Give it a little thumbs up if you enjoy content like this, where we just tinker and play with random things like this. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. You have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Take care, eh?